Have you ever wondered, in a world where good and evil coexist, how do we discern which is which? It's a conundrum that has puzzled humanity for centuries. Yet the answer might be simpler than we think. In the book of Matthew chapter 13 verse 30, we find a parable that provides some insight. It reads, "Let both grow together until the harvest. Then I will tell the harvesters to sort out the weeds, tie them into bundles and burn them, and to put the wheat in the barn." Just like wheat and weeds, truth and deceit, righteousness and wickedness coexist in our world. They grow side by side, often so intertwined that distinguishing between the two becomes an uphill task. And just like the farmer in the parable, we may feel the urge to uproot the weeds, to eliminate the bad so that the good can flourish. But the parable advises patience and trust. There will be a time of reckoning, a harvest, where the good will be separated from the bad. It's a reminder that although we are surrounded by both good and evil, it is not our job to separate them. That is the work of a higher power, a divine harvester who knows when and how to separate the wheat from the weeds. So what then is our role in all of this? It's quite straightforward. We are to stay rooted in truth, to strive for righteousness, and to trust in the divine plan. We are to grow, to flourish, and to make the world a better place in our own small ways. And while we do this, we have to trust that in the end, justice will prevail, the wheat will be stored safely in the barn, and the weeds will be bundled and burned. In summary, the world as we know it is a mix of good and evil, of wheat and weeds. It can be confusing and at times frustrating trying to discern between the two. But the parable of the wheat and weeds offers us a different perspective. It tells us that instead of trying to separate the good from the bad, we should focus on growing and flourishing, on being the best versions of ourselves. And while we do this, we should trust in the grand plan, in the divine justice that will eventually separate the wheat from the weeds. It's a message of hope, of patience, and of trust in the divine order of things. It's a message that resonates deeply with our world today, and one that we can all draw wisdom from. So, as we navigate the complexities of life, let us remember the parable of the wheat and weeds. Let us strive to be the wheat, to grow and flourish amidst the weeds, and to trust in the divine harvester who, at the right time, will separate the good from the bad.